Acids and bases. This is our lesson today. We're going to look at acids and bases and then do some tests to test if a solution is actually an acid or a base. We have different solutions that could be acidic or could be
basic.
okay. So in this case, we have examples of acids and bases. Which example of an acid do you know?
Hydrogen chloride,
You know hydrogen chloride. Which other acid do you know?
sulfuric acid,
And sulfuric acid. Those are examples of acids. We have lemon juice. Lemon juice is also an acid. Okay. Then we have nitric acid. There are many acids. And how many bases do you know? Any base?
wood ash,
Wood ash is an example of a base. And we have sodium hydroxide, another good example of a base. And we have calcium hydroxide, another example of a base. But now, you have to test these substances in the laboratory to identify if it's an acid really or a base. So what do we use to test substances? So do we use our mouth?
no,
What do we use?
universal indicators,
Good. We use universal indicator to test if a substance is an acid or a base. Is it the only substance we can use to test acids and bases?
no,
Which other?
methyl orange,
Methyl orange and another one.
litmus papers,
Litmus papers, another one.
and phenolphthalein.
Phenolphthalein indicator. So these are indicators we can use to test if something is an acid or a base. We have litmus papers. This is a red litmus paper. We have a blue litmus paper here. We have, which one is this? Methyl orange. We have phenolphthalein. We have universal indicator. So these are our commercial indicators that we can use to test any solution to see if it's an acid or a base. Now we have solutions here, Suado, today. Today we have picked one base and one acid. Our base today is sodium hydroxide and our acid today is hydrogen chloride. So we are going to use litmus papers. We shall start using litmus papers to see what effect can an acid have on a litmus paper and a base have on a litmus paper. So this is our acid. I know you can't believe it because it looks colorless. So you cannot test this using your tongue or your eyes and say this is an acid or a water. So we're going to identify if this is really an acid or just water. And then we have our sodium hydroxide here. It's in terms of pellets. It's in form of pellets. We're going to dissolve it. Okay. So take a spatula and let's make our base. So this is our acid and this is our base, but we have to dissolve it. Hold on. So you take a spatula, then you take just few pellets. Can you move our camera here closer so that you see what you are doing? Show them what we are doing. These are our pellets. Can you see them? You take how many pellets are enough? Yeah. Many.
Yes.
So we're going to take just 2 like this. And then we stir. We should use a stirring rod. So take water, then dissolve it. Add So what I am doing, I'm just stirring this sodium hydroxide to make sure it's in a solution form so that we can test it using our litmus papers. So you can use a stirring rod. I have just used a spatula to stir because it cannot react with my spatula, but for other solutions it's advisable we use a stirring rod, right?
Yes.
Yes. So we have our base here and our acid here. So this is our acid HCl, this is our base hydrogen chloride. Can you touch the glass? Can you touch it again? Do you feel something like warmth?
Yes.
Okay, that's a lesson for another day. You'll know why when you mix it with water, it actually gives some warmth. Okay, yeah, you're going to learn that later. Now, take our litmus papers. I want us to test these substances to see if they are solution of an acid or a base. So I'm going to divide some acid into this beaker. Is this enough for you? Okay, this is enough for her. So these solutions, one is an acid and one is a base. Our friend here, Suado, is going to help us identify which one is an acid and which one is a base. You ready? Okay, go on. Cut. Come with them. So which one is this?
This is a blue litmus paper and this one is a red litmus paper.
Let's see, a blue one.
This one.
This one is a blue. And
This one is a red litmus paper.
show the red. Okay, good. Now, which substance are you going to start with?
An acid.
An acid. Okay, go on. Which effect does this have on a litmus paper?
The blue one turns red while the red one remains red.
Okay, so this solution is said to be
Acid.
so this is an acid. Okay, because it turns a blue litmus paper red and a red litmus paper remains red. Okay, let's test this other solution here. Okay, let's see the effect it has on these two papers. So the red
litmus paper turns blue while the blue remains blue.
But blue remains blue. So we can learn that. What do we learn now about acids and bases on litmus papers? What effects have you learned?
An acid turns a blue litmus paper red and it has no effect on a red litmus paper, while a base turns a red litmus paper blue and has no effect on a blue litmus paper.
Yes.